Pastor Eli is not yet here, we'll ask one of our reverends, Reverend Dominic Award. Reverend Dominic, please. We would like to ask you to come and lead us in a word of prayer as we start off. Karibu sana, Reverend. Kindly lead us in a short prayer for us to start this, put us before God.
Let's bow our heads and pray. Our Heavenly Father, I want to take this opportunity to thank you because you're a mighty God. Father God, I want to put this occasion into your able hands. I want to put our dear brother, Wakili James Mwangu, mikononi mwako Mwenyezi Mungu. Tunapoanza safari hii Bwana, kuwa nasi hadi mwisho. Na ni katika jina la Yesu nimeomba hata na kuamini. Amen.
Thank you very much, Reverend Dominic Awuth, for that prayer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, mabibi na mabwana, our chief guest, our hosts today, clients, partners, service providers, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo. I am not giving a speech. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Patrick Okech. I've been given the privilege to be your MC today. If you need anything that you do not need to shout about, you can whisper to me and I'll make sure that your needs are attended to. To start us off, I will welcome Yvonne Award to officially conduct this session of welcoming guests and those who are here, those who we have recognized and those who have not, we have not recognized in the official capacity. So Yvonne, please come forward and take it away. So whereas I'll not be stepping up there, I'll be using the platform down here. I believe I'm tall and loud enough, so I'll leave the rostrum and the podium to the guests and the hosts and the other people because I am running all over the place. So karibu sana Yvonne.
Our chief guest, our partners, our clients, advocates who are with us in this room today, and all protocols observed. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Why do you look gloomy? It's a beautiful afternoon. I need to see smiles. I want to take this opportunity to first of all welcome you to this event. It is indeed a special event for us. Everything that has a beginning surely has to have an end. Today we want to mark the end of Momo and Company Advocates as we welcome more advocates, LLP. So we want to take this opportunity to welcome you all on board. Our clients who have been with us, thank you very much for always being with us. To our new clients who we wish to join us, welcome to the family. You're indeed at the right place. I would like to borrow the words of John D. Rockefeller, who said, "Do not be afraid to give up something good for something great." Today we are giving up Momo and Company Advocates for More Advocates LLP. Momo and Company was so dear to us, but everything has to have an end. And growth is something that we have to have. Change must be there. With a changing society and the technological world, we have to change. So that is why we took this decision to change to More Advocates LLP. I think that is all, and I want to just once again thank you for coming. Welcome all. Feel free. There's so much that is about to happen, and I hope you enjoy the entire event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yvonne. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a funeral or a court session. Okay?
Yes.
It is not a funeral or a court session. So if someone does something good, you clap. So we're going to do a simple demonstration of clap. Okay?
Yes.
Warm your hands. Warm your hands. One! Don't be late. Don't be late. Huh? Don't be late. Warm your hands. Warm your hands. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. So we're going to do it like that, okay? Yeah, we don't want to, we are a corporate event. We are on 5th floor. We are on 5th floor. Kila mtu leo amekaa kwa tent ya wageni. So, hakuna tent ya Jogweng. Huh? We are all from Nairobi.
Yes.
We are all from Nairobi. Hiyo maji iko hapo mbele si ya wageni ni. Sawa sawa? Don't be scared of touching it. Are you together? Yes, thank you very much. So, moving on swiftly, we're going to show a short clip. You guys are ready with the clip? Yeah, we're going to show a short clip to give us a clue of where we're coming from, where we're heading to. If you've been reading what's running on the screen, you know who we are talking about and why we're here. We're celebrating achievement. We're celebrating growth. We are celebrating expansion. You know? One time I had a pastor say, "My God, expand the thongs of your tent." I was like, thongs? Then I went to the dictionary and I realized thongs are just strings. Okay? So may God expand the strings of this tent, and so He has done so, right? That's why we're here today. So we're going to see how that has been done over time, or how much has been achieved over time. And then now we're going to invite those who have been part of that journey, some of our clients, some of our suppliers, some of our friends, those who we've had impact on over a period of time. So, once you're ready, please, you let me know. So, as you're waiting for the screens to be ready, we'll also we'll ask Bona Ayugi, Director Bedrock, to be ready because he's going to give a speech. We're going to ask Joanne Neto also to be ready because she's going to give a speech. We're also going to hear from some of our neighbors, Geoffrey Yogo, and also our upcountry representative, Bona Byron. Please be ready because you're going to have a word to say. So, are we ready? Start it off. Karibuni.
Company advocate has been a nice experience since I was here for privilege and holding over, and now as an advocate.
Really concentrate on matters that are national, but we have to expand our wings and even go international.
To our clients who have been with us at Mormon Company Advocate and are transitioning with us to more advocacy. To our guests who are here today, magistrates, my fellow advocates, and to our esteemed clients, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to this launch. Karibuni sana.
advocates who are well experienced in several areas of both litigation and also conveyancing. Being part of Mobile Company Advocate has been a nice experience since I was here for pupillage and holding over, and now as an advocate. With that, I've been able to understand the legal aspects of law even better, since we do all fields of law. And these aspects have enabled me to be able to solve problems, legal problems that always emerge on a daily basis, and that has really been helpful in my career. As we move to more LLP, I will be able to solve legal problems with ease from the experience I've gained from Mobile and Company Advocates, which will also be beneficial to myself in my career and the firm in general.
The technological world is moving very fast. We want to strategize and to change, to embrace the technological changes that are going on to serve our clients better and to make work for our clients easier. We want to revolutionize our way of doing things, reach our clients in a much faster way, build better communication with them, provide serious client care to our clients. And this is why we decided now it is time to innovate and come up with another law firm.
And to that end, as a firm, we have to not only concentrate on matters that are national, but we have to expand our wings and even go international.
To our clients who have been with us at Mobile Company Advocate and are transitioning with us to more Advocates LLP, thank you very much for your unwavering loyalty. To our new clients coming on board, welcome to more Advocates LLP. We want to assure you of nothing but the very best. We want to assure you of quality legal services from our firm. We want to assure you of timely assistance, timely communication, and effective connection between yourself and us as a law firm of choice. As more advocates, quality service delivery is our number one priority. And that is why we are your law firm of choice. Our vision at More LLP Advocates is to be an international law firm of choice for all our clients' legal needs for today and tomorrow.
And I am glad to say thank you to clients and customers who have kept us afloat for the last 25 years. There's nothing that we can say but to say thank you. Because without you, we would not be here today.
At More LLP Advocates, we care, we prepare, and we win.
Thank you very much. We care, we prepare, and we win, don't we? Makofi! I said be ready just once. Makofi! Coffee. Again. Third one. Thank you. You see the journey from when you were just one, then two, then several others, then an office, right? I'm sure if you ask Mr. Mwamu, he probably started from a bench somewhere to Woolpark. Is that not so, sir? I'm imagining after graduation you are there and thinking, huh? I mean, let me ask a random question. I'm sure there are so many law-abiding people. No, I mean, there are so many lawyers here. You know, there's a difference between being lawyers and being law-abiding, eh? Is that not so? Are you lawyers or are you law-abiding? Huh? Mr. Mwamu, are you a lawyer or law-abiding? Or the law is very clear? Huh? The law is very clear. That is the lawyer's first defense. Moving on swiftly, I would like to now invite those who have been with us in this journey, those who have been part and parcel of our growth, those who have been standing with us as one advocate and now moving into a new house, right? I'm imagining that the house we were in was just a bed sitter. Now we are moving into a bungalow, or is it a maisonette? Okay? Because it was just a one-man show. But now we are expanding our wings. Those who have been part of us. I would like to welcome Mr. Ayugi, Director, Bedrock Holdings, to come and say a few words. Sir, karibu, if you are here. Tayarisha mikono, we welcome Mr. Ayugi. Weka joto. Moja, mbili, tatu. Karibu, sir. Walk like people have clapped for you. Eh? Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
To our chief guest, to more advocates, and to everyone who has been invited. First, as the MC has said, it has been a long journey. Maybe some of us saw that bench you're talking about. We've had a very long relationship with Mwamu. First, when he was Mwamu, company advocates. He moved to Mwamu, Nyanga, company advocates. Back to Mwamu and the company advocates. And now, rebranding to Moa. And I must confess that we were the very first clients of Mwamu and company advocates. Then I was an employee of National Housing Corporation, and we entrusted him with some matters, and the matters were handled to our satisfaction. So when I moved to business, of course with a partner, we did not hesitate to pass all our matters to Mwamu and company advocates. And I must confess that it has been a journey of 20 years plus. We've been clients of Mwamu and company advocates for the last 20 plus years. I did say what I do. I am a businessman in town here. We run a company known as Cortex Security Group. Previously, we were Bedrock Holdings Limited. And just a few months ago, we underwent what Mwamu is doing currently. We rebranded and we became Cortex Security Group. So we shared a lot in that journey, and we gained a lot of professional advice which he gave us, and we successfully rebranded. We also have another business called Rockwell Hotel here in Milimani, and all these businesses, the the firm which handles our legal matters is Mwamu and Company Advocates. So on behalf of myself, on behalf of Cortex Security Group, and on behalf of Rockwell Hotel, I wish to wish more advocates LLP success, and wish them success in all their endeavors. And I would also wish to confirm that we'll continue being together just as we've been throughout the years, and we hope that all will be successful. So I think with those few remarks, I would wish to pass greetings to my colleague and partner, Mr. Odolo, who would have wished to be with us today, though he's away, he's out of town. But we are all together in this. So congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ayugi. Thank you very much. Pasha moto, moja! Billy! Tatu! Thank you, sir. Rich people don't talk a lot. They just say and to the point, and that's it. Huh? Well, have you seen that Rockwell Hotel? I was asking, did the Prince of Arabia build something here? Huh? So, at MOA we deal with people of integrity, people who build things that are seen from far. So, thank you very much, sir, for your friendship over 2 decades. Dealing with lawyers, you walk on eggshells. What was yours can actually be theirs tomorrow if you're not careful. But if you've managed to keep yours and you've managed to keep friendship, then we are sure we are at the right place. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to ask Joan Neto, Advocate of the High Court of Kenya, former Chair LSK Kisumu Chapter, to also come and say a few words. Karibu sana, ma'am. Is she here? Oh, she stepped out. It's okay, I'm sure she'll be back. As we wait for Joan, we'll also like to ask Bwana Geoffrey Yogo, also an advocate and a neighbor, a friend of this Moa family. Bwana Geoffrey, karibu. You know, neighbors are like brothers. You do not choose your neighbors, right? We all know kunaombana chumvi, kunaombana unga. Oh, but these are lawyers. Wanaombana, is it a copy of the Constitution? Ama ni kalamu. Ama unaambia bwana, hii kofia mnavaa ya kondoo inaitwaje? Bwana, I forgot mine at home. Can I borrow yours? And that, those colonial clothes. Karibu sana sana.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC Patrick. To the guest of honor, the partners and the staff of Mwamu and Company Advocates who are being born today, it's my great pleasure to be here today. Because I'm a lawyer and I'm not rich, I will talk a little bit more than the rich man who has just left. The farm of Mwamu, I've known Mwamu for a very long time. And because of many things. First, was a classmate of my former partner, Justice Otieno. And before that, they were also together, thinking of Lija Wasuna. He left, he remained with Lija. My partner went with Wasuna. When they started to form their own law firms, I know that Mwamu went first to Zara House. Vijay went to Giro House, together with Mr. New. I joined Vijay in Giro House, and then Mwamu followed us to Giro House. From Giro House, we came to Varsity Plaza. Mwamu came to Reinsurance. He also followed us. When we left Varsity Plaza, we went to St. Peter's Church offices. Again, Mwamu followed us. history, the short history we have with Mwamu and company advocates. But it would not be good to leave it at that. When I came here in 1998 as a young advocate, one thing that struck me about Mwamu is one of the most and the best dressed advocates. And he has maintained that. He was, still is, and I know he'll still continue to be one of the best dressed advocates in Kisumu. Isitoshe, if you have a matter with Mwamu, first of all, his voice, it booms. Even the magistrate and the court get scared. Who wants you if you are a young advocate like me then? He runs over you and he wins. Perhaps because of that voice, the smartness and things like that. Now coming to the current, this is a trend that we really appreciate, and some of us who are young in the profession, we aspire to do what Mwamu and company advocates have done. And now that today you are being born again to more advocates LLP, it is an eye-opener even for the clients. What it means is now it is not a sole proprietorship where Mwamu was the only one signing the check. I'm very sure the more there means now he has to sign checks with other people. And why do you say it is good for clients? It is because there is now checks and balances. If it's not there, there's somebody to sign a check once the money has come in. So there is safety in partnerships. I wish to end by saying that my name is Geoffrey Yogo. I'm an advocate and a senior partner to Cheno Yogo Dura and Company Advocates. And I came here with my partner. It would be bad if I don't mention you. It would bring a problem in the firm. Mr. Duro, please can you just stand so that they see you? That's Eric Oduro, a partner to Cheno Yogo Dura and Company Advocates. I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. I wish you success. And with the new branding, I know there's going to be new, effective, and services that actually the clients will appreciate. And like they say, I know they care because Mwamu is a very religious man. He prepares very well. And of course he wins cases. Though I've won a few against him. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That's a good neighbor. But let me tell you, a poor lawyer is a pretender. You cannot be a lawyer and be poor at the same time. Pick one struggle. You cannot cram the Constitution and still sleep angry. So thank you very much, sir. Moving on, because we understand we have some of our guests who have graced this occasion, who also have other functions to attend. So we will move a bit faster. Thank you very much for the speakers who have already gone ahead because they take the shortest time possible. So I'll ask if Joanna is back. Is she here yet? Oh, she's not. Okay. So I'll go ahead and invite Bona Byron Menezes. Excuse my bad English. My English teacher was from Kiambu. So if I mispronounce your name, please do not sue me. Just pardon me. Sir, welcome. Mr. Byron is an advocate of the High Court of Kenya and also the up-country representative in LSK. So karibu sana, sir, to give us a few words of wisdom, share with us. Pasha mikono as we welcome Mr. Byron. Moja, mbili, tatu, karibu.
You know, they say wisdom, and generally young lawyers and wisdom are two poles apart. Or am I saying the wrong thing? Yvonne, what do you think? Okay. Because in this profession, it's all about seniority. And seniority is what drives us, it's what we learn from, And it's what we then grow from, because you embrace the seniority, you learn from our seniors like Mr. Mwamu and Mr. Yogo and Mr. Mule and all the other seniors in the room. And then you start to take steps forward. First of all, let me thank Senior for hosting us in this venue. I think we'd all agree that it's probably the best venue in Kisumu. And that's a mark of the firm. It's a stamp that this is the firm and this is where it's going. So we are starting with them because we are a profession that believes in brotherhood and sisterhood. And we are beginning with them together. And we wish them all the best because we are here to support them going forward. It's also indicative because even Vera, I can see Vera hiding there. Even Vera remembers the old Imperial. And I say the old Imperial because it was also the leading hotel in Kisumu at the time. But today, we are at Sarova. And in the same way, when I looked at the situation and the scenario before us, it struck me that Mwamu was the Imperial. But today, Moa is Sarova. We are going into the future. I heard in the conversation that our senior here has 25 years of practice. I don't know if Vera, are you at 25 years old?
60.
Sorry? No, I'm talking in terms of age. I'm talking in terms of age. So the wealth of experience that our senior brings adds to the richness of the Kisumu Bar. And the bar is known for the richness of its jurisprudence, it's known for the richness of its individuals who represent the bar on a national stage, and in this case, even the East African stage. Of course, he led us as the East African president for the Law Society. It was a great achievement. I don't know how many we have had before. Are you the only one? I believe he deserves a round of applause for serving us as the president of Law Society, please. Of course, things must evolve. And Omoditi, I met him the other day running from court. He was grinning in a big smile coming from lands. I know he must have done a big transaction. Yes? Yeah. So, going forward, this is the future. I was watching the advert and I was listening to what was being said. And the future is technology. And you can never stay behind. Before COVID, we were in the physical world. Today, the virtual world is where we live, day in, day out. I think many of us were even in court this morning. So, this launch, one, as the senior yoga said, it's an eye-opener to all of us. It shows someone breaking new boundaries and going into a new era. Perhaps the days of the sole practitioner are now over, and the way forward is partnerships and growing. I remember when I went to seek his blessing before I ran for upcountry. Of course, we met Moditi first, he gave us his blessings, then we approached the big man. I visited him many times with my other friend, Dr. Oyo. And of course, we went into the room and he was engrossed in his books. But books is what we are about. It's that knowledge which has brought us here today, which is driving this firm forward. I mentioned about seniority. The seniority is what will guide us going forward. And it's a blessing for the Kisumu chapter that we have a former president of the Law Society of East Africa who's now taking us into a new era. And so let me end very simply. I quoted this very quickly while I was ambushed. But Socrates, who I guess many of you know, you may not have read his book, but you know Socrates. And it says that when you change, you must focus all your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building for the future. And I believe that's why we are here today, to respect and to congratulate and look forward to more into the future, guiding us. Thank you very much. I wish all of you a good day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Byron. Pasha, 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 moto, moya! Ready? Tattoo! Thank you, thank you. You say you do not fight the old, but embrace the future. And so, on that same spirit, I would like to invite Mr. Anyul, an advocate, a senior advocate of the High Court of Kenya, who, I'm not calling him old, but I'm saying he's representing the, I'm not saying he's old. Pasamoto, 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 moja! Really? No. Make it strong, make it strong. Pasamoto, pasamoto, moja! Really? As he embraces his old friend, not old friend, senior friend, senior. As he embraces his senior friend and congratulate him, we continue. Pasamoto, moja! Really? Karibu sana, senior.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
James, I was almost missing because of health issues. I'm losing my voice, and the body is not that much well, but I said I have to come. I'm lost for words, but you see, when something is good, in fact, you get excited. With James, we've come from far. And sometimes when I even do letters to his office, sometimes I forget and think that I'm talking to him. And I find that I write in my letters, and even my secretary just does that, only to realize that the letter's gone and indicated there, This means we've come from far. With James, we were classmates at the university. Somehow we went to the same school, Kisumu Boys. And we ended up in the same law firm. At least those days, the only person that was young was Mr. Musomo. I don't know whether Bush is around. The next generation that we could consider young was Isaac Okero, President, Nishi, Madam Nishi, and CBG Uma, for those whom we taught, and Mr. Moses Orek. Only that. The rest, if you know Joe, Lag, the late Awala, of course, the biggest farm then, Kasamani and Ubija was. And we ended up with James in the same office. Leave alone when you are on attachment. James, can I tell them where we used to eat our lunch? I know most of you now would not even dare to go such places. But there used to be a place. You know, anybody who knows Kashabi? Many of you here do not know. That is where the best eggs were being prepared at 10 bob. And James sometimes did not have that 10 bob. It was nice. And behind the apostle. Did you eat Nyoyo there? Behind the post office? You never. That's a nice place. So when we were with James in the same office, I think I'm not afraid to say this. We encountered one of the difficult moments when we were had to part ways with James. And those days, you could not even get the next law firm to move to. At
At least now you can move from my office, you knock at LG Meneses' office requesting for a job, and you can easily get it nowadays. But with us James, it was one day when all of us had come from court, and something that normally happens with advocates. And there is your boss says, you must leave my office now. What do you do? It is in the middle of the month with no salary. All other offices are full, and you have to open your office. That is where we moved from. James, those ones were, is it 27 years ago? Something like that. And I am happy that today you are rebranded. And I can see Ted is there. I call him my son. Let's stand up. Can we embrace? Yeah, I've encouraged him a lot. He can testify. And now, James, if you don't know, I've been telling him always don't leave that office. Am I lying? James, this is why you have this young man. Yes. Thank you. I am happy for you, James. We've been in this field for, next year we'll conquer 30 years in this practice. I am happy and I wish you the best. Please maintain it. Ted, please grow this far. The third person, I came late, if you can tell. I will, but I've seen, and I can see she's smiling. Please grow from that office. Outside here, people may try to cheat you that, or you may think that you are the one who is bringing more clients. So you may tend to drift. Please, don't do that. Grow and grow it. This is the beginning. We are witnesses. You know, today you may think that you have invited people to maybe buy something, but you've invited us here to witness this occasion. And it would be bad to see that maybe I'm being called for mediation, that you people want to drift more wants to go sideways. No. We are witnesses here today, and we are here to encourage you, and we are here to give you support. And of course, James knows if my client wants to get another advocate, tunasambazana to clients. They are there. So James and the rest of the group, this is the beginning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senior Advocate. Thank you very much. Pasha moto kwanza kabla niseme kile. Pasha moto. Moja, mbili, tatu. Thank you. When a brother is happy for another brother, then growth is witnessed. Right? Imagine if Cain and Abel were good friends. Would you ever witnessed the first murder case? And you know, during those days, God was the lawyer, the prosecutor, and the judge, and the jailer. Right? So, moving on, I would like now to invite to represent the future, the young lawyers, the upcoming lawyers, Vera Onsongo. Whoever wrote this did not write like a lawyer. They wrote like my nursery school teacher. Vera Onsongo to come and say a few words as a witness of this occasion where you, madam, in this house who can escort her to come in? We have Vera in the house?
Yeah,
She's here.
the lady in red.
Aya, tayarisha, pasha mirudi, pasha moto. Moja! Ya nguvu! Ya tena! Nyingine! Ya mwisho! Karibu sana. This is the future, eh? And the future is bright. And the future is red. And the future is blazing hot.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All protocol observed. It's a beautiful day today. Congratulations to MOA LLP. This is a company that I am proudly associated to be with today. For my senior Mr. Mwamu, who I fondly refer to as Prezo or Jacon, congratulations, you have brought us so far. And as young advocates, you've held our hands. I always burst into that office whenever I need anything. He receives me with a big smile and a booming laugh and a check, fat check. And I will continue visiting that office. To my colleagues, Ms. Ogola, Mr. Ted Bondi, we've worked together well. I see us working together well in the future. You hold my brief, I hold your briefs. I wish I was in the photos that are beaming up on the screens, because I am indeed part of Mwamu, and once Mwamu matters are called out, even the magistrates will always ask me, Mr. Nsongo, are you holding brief for Mr. Mwamu? So we are headed in the right direction, continue holding our hands. God bless this new adventure. We are going far. Kindly consider myself part of this group. And as the young advocates, we are with you. Karibuni.
Thank you very much. Makofi kwake. Moja, mbili, tatu. Kumbe kwa majobu ni rahisi hivyo. Kindly consider me part of this. You are hired. You know, lawyers are very easy tasks. You know, someone can hold a brief for you. Bwana, where I work, no one can. It has to be my face and my face alone on that screen. Because mother-in-law cannot act drunk. She cannot struggle. Otherwise, the angels from heaven can fall. So moving on swiftly, I would like to now call, before I call another gentleman, I understand that, okay, let me just go straight to Bwana George Aura. Bwana George Aura is a senior clerk at the Kisumu High Court. I would like to welcome him to say a few words about this day, what he's witnessed. Wanna make sure when files are there, they don't disappear. I understand that is where things happen. And I'm sure, because you are here in the house of people of integrity, and you've been invited and they did not call any other person but you, there's a reason for that. So thank you very much, Bwana George. Karibu sana. Moja, mbili, tatu, ya nne, ya tano, ya sita. Thank you. Karibu.
Asante.
I'll tell you why you have more clubs.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. A new kid in the town. Late a bit, I am coming from far. I've just sitting down, then I'm called. But I'll make it brief. Mwamu, I normally call him Ker, with a very big voice on the phone. And I said I must be part of this occasion because of that great love that we share, even with his foot soldiers. So I'm happy that now Omoditi I didn't know that it's called Ted, I only knew T. So I'm much learned, huh? So I can be a learned friend. I'm a bad. So I wish you the best as you start this new journey. You've done it at the right time, so that when you come back for the next year, the year of our Lord 2023, the farm now picks up. And we at the courts, we are there for you. We don't have issues of now missing files, going digital. And I believe as we go digital, you're also going digital. And as you go digital, your foot soldiers will still be with you. Let them not go home, because now most of the things you can do them even at home. So on behalf of my colleagues who are here, we congratulate you on this new occasion and we wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. You are a friend of this house, and that is why we recognize you. I would like to call Wanajas Pomondi to come and say a few words. Wanajas Pomondi, karibu sana. Moja! Mbili! Aya, bwana umechoka. Pasha moto. Wanajas Pomondi amealikwa because of being the friend of this house. So please don't put the house to shame. Pasha moto. Moja! Mbili! Tatu! Karibu sana. Huyo ni mzee kijana.
Hello, learned friends. My name is Jasper Omondi. I'm the Omondi Senior. By Omondi Senior, I mean I'm the father to Teddy Omondi. I am a retired advocate. I used to practice law. I practiced law for a very long time. I practiced law for 25 years, but I clocked 50 years during that particular period. For young advocates who are here, do you know how to work for 25 years, then yet you clock 50 years? Go to the office at 5 in the morning or 4, and then you leave at 8 in the evening. When in one single day, you shall have worked for 1.5 days. I don't know how many of you go to the office here at 5 in the morning. I know my learned friend, Mr. Mwamu, probably goes at 4, isn't it? So if you do that, you will realize that if you work for about 20 years, you shall have done about 30 years. So long time ago, I approached my learned friend, Mr. Mwamu, and I introduced a young man to him. This young man is Teddy Omondi, who is my second son. He had just finished law school, so I requested my learned friend, Mr. Mwamu, to take him in and teach him some good manners, because I know Mr. Mwamu is a man full of good manners. So he has been with Mr. Mwamu for all these years, and I'm happy to realize that he has made a partner today. Congratulations, Yakateg. Thank you very much. He keeps on telling me that he's a serious man. But I told him that you not be a serious man before you become a partner or you open your own law firm. I'm happy. I can now take you seriously. 2 things. You have to make partner and you have to marry. Once you get married and you become partner, then I know now you are a serious man. I also did mention to him that there's something, if he has not done, I'll still not take him very seriously. If he fails to buy a helicopter or a private jet, For all those other things, I used to challenge him that I bought all those other ones except that. So, I'm happy you have made a partner. I'm happy that you are also on your way to marriage or just about marriage. So I'm very, very happy about that. So thank you very much. Some of you don't know me in Kisumu. I normally practice. I've been practicing in Mombasa before I retired about 3 years ago. I didn't want to work like our learned friend Kaminwa. So that one day I ended up falling on the court corridors, falling down on the court corridors. I've since retired, as you can see. I put down the gown, I put down the coat, I put down everything so that I can be free. You know, you can't be free if you are a lawyer, especially a practicing lawyer. A practicing lawyer, you cannot be free until you retire. But I'm very, very happy to be here today. I can also see my brother-in-law also is seated somewhere next to Mr. Mwamu. Actually, I was surprised to see him here. He's also my brother-in-law. I'm very, very happy to see him here. And I wish all of you, especially the young lawyers, please work diligently. Practice has really changed because it's basically gone digital. So I think it's very open for you. During our time, you had to rush to court, you had to peruse files. But for you nowadays, I think you can even, my son tells me that he can even conduct a case when he's in his bedroom. Something I found very, very interesting, and I think it offers a lot of opportunities, that kind of thing. It really offers a lot of opportunities. So thank you very much, and I thank you also for coming to witness this momentous occasion. And Mr. Mwami, thank you very much for taking care of my son, and I know you will go places. My son, you must know, once you are made a partner, that's when the work starts. And you know, being a partner is like trying to climb a wall of molasses, because the responsibility is great. And in case Mwamu does something untoward, you are liable, vice versa. So I wish you guys well. Thank you very much. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm happy to be welcomed by this gentleman. I see this gentleman in the TV. I was shocked. Sir, can you correct me at the guy who is the mother-in-law?
He is my shadow.
Thank you very much. Okay, welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. I told you, a poor lawyer is a pretender. When you have a task to buy an helicopter, you are married, you are scared. Monchedo. I would like to invite Joan Neto, former chair LSK Kisumu chapter, to come and say a few words. She had stepped out for a while. She did not hear me say Monchendo because that is not true. We are all sons of women and daughters of women. So karibu sana Madam Advocate, and say a few words to Moan.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you first apologize? One of change. Well, thank you very much. It is a joyous moment today. Sorry, Jacob, I have come a bit late, but I'm very much excited to witness this very great moment. Mr. Momo has been of a great support to me. I practiced in that law firm. Actually, that was the last office where I worked before I decided to try my own practice. And he was a very good mentor. He gave me files last minute at some point to go to the High Court. And funnily enough, he appeared before the same judge and gave me a file to go to the same judge. Remember one time he gave me a file to go before Justice Mwera. I didn't read the file. It was early morning. And I was very embarrassed because the judge asked me very tough questions and I couldn't respond. I looked at him, and as you know, Mr. Mwamu, he just laughed. So I think for me that was a great moment, and it taught me that however late you are given a file, you have to prepare. You have to read the file. You don't just pick it, go before the judge, or go before the magistrate, and you know, look like you have never entered a law class. But that aside, I'm very proud of Mr. Mwamu because who I am today, whoever I am today, is because he contributed to that. He trained me well, and in my last term of leadership, he was of great support to me. I remember I called him several times, and the moment he received my call, he would call me, Agostino, how is Angola? And I would say, Angola is fine. But then, what encouraged me was that Mr. Mwamu would give me words of wisdom. You know, leadership, leading this chapter is not very easy. And he encouraged me because he has been there before. He's a leader who mentors young people. I remember during my early days of practice, when we were here, we were being privileged. Mr. Mwamu, Mr. Buta, Senior Buta, and a few other senior advocates put us together, buy us lunch, and just encourage us that it shall be well. So he is not only a senior advocate, but he's a great mentor to many other people who care to, you know, reach out to him. I'm very, very happy, and I thank God that you're alive today. As you're alive today, and that your cause or your tent is enlarged. Why? Because of this partnership. I know Mr. Mondi is a very aggressive person. When you see Mr. Mondi, you actually can tell that he has practiced under Mr. Mwamu because there is some similarities. And it is also encouraging to see these beautiful ladies who have joined you. I'm sure this is a power farm, power law farm. So what I would say is that may God bless you guys. Go all out there, do the right thing, and we are proud of you. We are proud. So thank you very much. I'm also glad to have set my eye on this gentleman. Very happy. I got here and I was like, who is that? So thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless the work of your hands as you serve the nation or serve the people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. Please register my apologies. I would like to welcome Mr. Seth Amos on behalf of the Mwamu family to come and say a few words of encouragement to the brother. Bwana, let us welcome our big brother. Pasha, moja, mbili, tatu. Thank you. Karibu sana Bwana Seth.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. The managing partner, the guest of honor, and the associates of my brother, and everybody else, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I received this invitation a few days ago, and I confirmed my brother was going to come. But yesterday in the morning, I don't know, something was conspiring to ensure that I don't make it. My left foot just developed some complications, and I could not walk properly. I said, hey, what's happening? But God is good. I don't want to say much. What I'm seeing here, knowing my brother, is a testimony to I think the Romans used to pronounce it in Latin. Dixit in sapiens in corde suo, non est Deus. I'm not a Roman Catholic. I'm an Anglican by denomination, but a Pentecostal by experience. I'm saying this because many of you don't know my brother. We were born 9 people, and I'm the eldest. The 7th floor is just, the level 7 is just knocking, telling me tomorrow, next year, you are here with me. So I'm trying to say that next year, come January 7th, when I'm celebrating his 70th birthday, I'll be celebrating my 70th birthday. Retired 15 years ago myself, I was not tired. I worked with the civil service for about 30 years. He's a very good employer. My brother can agree, my cousin agree with me. You put in so many years. At the end of the day, they seem as if telling you, my son, they put on him a take. But I think my brother, when he left college, after a lot of challenges, he went the business way. In fact, after I worked for about 20 years, I said if I would go back, I would really go business. I would go to business. But what I'm saying, Dixit in serpents in court is so known as devils because my brother has gone through challenges. As he was growing up, he had some physical ailments that were really obstructing him and conspiring that to ensure that he does not realize his dreams. When he was in standard 5, he was brought to Dr. Rao, who said, what have you been doing with this kid? Because I think blood he had lost and everything. But where he was lying, he was saying, at that time I think I was just in my first year in university. He said, I must make it to university. Standard 5. In my hearing, he was saying, I must make it to university. And he did, he made it. When I was wedding in 1982, he said, I must also wed. And he wedded. You know, they say a river does not break rocks because it is powerful, but because of consistency, perseverance. I've seen that with my brother. And those of you who are sitting with him, I know that is going to hit you. He's such a person who I've seen so persistent, so consistent, and indeed so persevering. I have known him many years, even still I know him. I know the challenges he has been going through. But I tell you, the other day I told him, man, you're going to emerge a victor. Despite all these things, you're going to emerge a victor. So I was so disappointed when he told me he's withdrawing from vying for Kisumu East constitution, because I knew he was going to make it. In my own heart, I knew this young man was going to make it. God bless you, my brother. God bless you. We as a family, we are very proud of you because we see a lot of things that we saw in my father and my mother. We have seen them in you. Persistence, consistency, endurance is going to take you very far. And even these people who are associating with you, they're in good company. I can assure them. If they focus the way you're focused, they are in good company. The family is praying for you. They continue praying for you. And they're going to uphold you. That God, by His grace, will see you through. That's the singer who sang, offer 1,000 tongues to sing my great Redeemer's praise, the glories of His honor, and the triumphs of His grace. The grace of God triumphs for us in life. I'm a marketer by profession, I read economics and then went ahead and read my marketing. So I was telling my cousin Kerr, one of the guy here for low council, telling, hey, you know what this is? This is a branding, this is promotion, but what a beautiful thing, that's happening. But I also as a business trainer and counselor, I was seeing, hey, this is entrepreneurial. Because the entrepreneurs are people who are dynamic. They're given to change and taking risks. And that's what I'm seeing they're doing. My brother, you're an entrepreneur. Assembling these young people together with various expertise. It's entrepreneurs who do this. And it is called upon each and every government in this world to be entrepreneurial, whether they're county, federal, whatever. But at the company level, it's very important. And now this is embraced. This is apart from the digital one that we have to embrace. We also have to embrace the fundamentals of growth and development of farms so that they grow and develop into big concerns. Even embracing successful management. Because I can see here also when my brother say, God, bring me home. The farm will still continue. But many African, I used to work in the Ministry of Trade, very many prominent, successful African businesses, when the owners died after 5-6 years, the businesses went with them. That's a big challenge for African entrepreneurship. So, I can see my brother in his farm MOA, MOA, LLP, will not have this problem. Because succession is also being managed here. It's not a question of just growth and development, but succession is also being managed. And this is intelligent, this is clever, this is somebody, this is visionary. Otherwise, congratulations and God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Well, and these kind of brains, you don't find them anywhere else. You can only find them in Kisumu. I'm also challenging you, sir. You said you are retired but not tired. Want to write a book? Makofi kwangu. Hujanipigia makofi kwangu tena. Makofi kwake. Now, he also mentioned that he wanted to buy. Well, I don't buy. Let those who want to buy, buy. Yeah? So on that note, I'm going to invite Bwana Jojo Mel to tell us how it feels to buy. How it feels to be here. Bwana Jojo Mel. Karibu. Makofi kwake! This is a mheshimiwa. Please clap like a mheshimiwa is coming. Makofi kwake! Tena! Again! Thank you. If a policeman was here, he would have saluted.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jojo Man. Thank you very much, Mr. Mwamu, Mheshimiwa, for inviting me here. Like Umosh, who is always very stubborn, and mother-in-law, that Kipindi. Mwamu has been a good friend. I should have been asked to tell you guys how it feels to lose, and not how it feels to buy. I want to thank Mr. Mwamu. Mheshimiwa, Mr. Mwamu funded 90% of my campaigns. Though we lost, but we are still up and we are alive. We are still hoping we are going to come back again very strong. I want to thank the colleagues of Mr. Mwamu. Every day you will see me come to your office in the evening, very late. Not to come and greet you, but to come and collect money. Bwana asifiwe. Mwamu gave me a lot of money for campaigns. We gave people a lot of money, but God did not want us to read, so we are there. So I want to say congratulations to the entire team for this noble cause. This is an expansion. Personally, I'm a very happy man to be part and parcel of this team today.
And like Mwamu fought for me, I'm also promising the team that whoever will ask me about a law firm, I will bring to Mwamu and Company Advocates. No, sorry, I will bring to MOALLP. That's correct. Another thing that I want to say, Mwamu continue helping the needy like you've been doing. Mwamu has been supporting school girls, school boys, young people in the community, less privileged in the community. So we thank you so much, Mr. Mwamu. And the two of us, definitely, we're still vying in 2027. We are not being discouraged. Once born a politician, you're a politician. Therefore, we will pursue that course, Mr. Wondi. I want to thank everybody. Did I say the name? My name? I'm Mr. George Omer. I vied for Kolwa Central seat MCA. Out of 8 guys, I was number 2. Number 2 is close to number 1, isn't it? Number 2 is close to number 1, isn't it? So next time I'm going to be number 1. So I'm thanking God. I'm also happy to say Mr. Peter Basso, the nominated MCA. Yeye pia tulishindana na yeye in the nominations. Though mimi nilishinda, but you see the ODM thing that was did to Mwamu, they take that certificate and give it to anybody they want. So our certificates were given to people, mine and Mwamu's. So I decided to buy independent. Mwamu decided to stay put. Thank God. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother George. You don't say you lost, you just say you postponed the win. So, just know your win is pending, it has just been postponed. Senor, the matter is still pending in the voters' pockets. Now, I want to bring to an end the speeches, if you allow me, ladies and gentlemen. We move on to the next item. If there are any people that are locked out of speeches, you will highly forgive me. Unless, with the permission of our hosts, there's any other people to talk. So, as the speeches come to an end, I would like to ask our new partner, Teddy Omondi, or as you all know, call him Mr. T. Yeah? Mr. T, please prepare to give your speech. Meanwhile, I'd like to recognize Ken Pundo as one of our outstanding clients. We recognize your presence. Where are you, sir? Please just wave. Thank you, sir. Karibu sana, feel at home. Don't leave before you eat. So after Ken, after Teddy, then we'll have James also giving his speech. But now this one will take a bit of time, so I'll humbly request for your patience, because it is at this point we'll also have some recognizing some of our old staff who will also award some certificates at that moment. So please be patient, bear with us, because it is part of our day's activity. So, before I call in Mr. T, I recognize Mr. Peter Warindu. Where are you, sir? Thank you. Karibu sana. Usitoke bila kunywa maji. Hii maji iko hapa sababu yako. Thank you. So, Bwana T, come forward and address your guests. Wapi makofi yake?
Hapana bwana. Pasha moto.
Rub your hands together. That's what I mean by pasha moto. Rub your hands.
Moja, mbili, tatu.
Karibu sana.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. For all the partners, our guest for today. This day would not have been successful without the intervention of God. So first of all, we have to give God the glory. If I start, my name is Teddy Omondi. In the legal arena, I'm known as Umuti T. That is my name of trade. I want also to start by saying that when I started this journey, my old man, Mr. Jasper Mondi, after I just finished the university, he told me that, young man, now you are on your own. I've given you wings, now you can start flying alone. All my bank's accounts were closed, and all the incentives that I was getting from him were closed, and told me, now I've thrown you at the deep end. Now you have to sing by yourself. He has brought us under an aspect of military precision, issues from the hip. That's why he was even saying that the issues of marriage, integrity, I know that's how he talks. He puts things straight, he doesn't hide anything. And that's how we have been operating. The first time my senior colleague, Mr. Mwamu, took me under his wings, I reported in that office at around 10 a.m. I waited at the waiting bay. By that time, our offices were in Reassurance Plaza. When I reported, I stayed in that bench for almost 3 hours. Then I was ushered in by the then secretary, Mr. Kamili Nowedi, and Mr. Momu told me, who are you? I told him that I'm the son of Jasper Mondi. So immediately he told me that I should report to work the following Monday. By that time I was timid. I didn't have the great confidence that now I really cherish. And I believe Mr. Mwamu is a person who believes that anybody can rise above the heavens. I can compare him to one of there is a movie called Spartacus. It's a movie where there was somebody who was getting, they were capturing slaves, and they were being trained in order to fight in the then Roman gladiatoriums. So in any event that any slave was captured, one of the trainers there was an elimination method. So the weaks were killed, but those people who persevered most carried the day. So one of the slaves was called Spartacus. He was then he was a barbarian, now currently Germany. He was very weak. He was a weakling. And when one of the trainers saw him, thought that he could not make it. But the boss said that any man under the sun, given an opportunity, can rise above the heavens, can make it in life. And I compare that leader of those slaves by that day and the leader of those gladiators as Mr. Mwamu. Is a person who believed that anybody has a chance. Everybody given an opportunity can rise above the sun. I worked under him, and he taught me two qualities: fighting to the death. Don't relent. So the first day I appeared before the court, it was baptism by fire. By then, he was the president of East African Law Society. So he had gone to Rwanda for some seminar. And the file that I was given that day, because I was the only advocate and even admitted in that office, I was to appear before a 3-judge bench in the Court of Appeal, before Justice Maraga, as he then was, Justice Omolo, and Visram. So appeared with the file. By that time, we thought that after you have come for law school, you knew everything. We didn't know that that was just a preliminary. So the real work started by then. So when I appeared before the court, I didn't have sufficient instructions. So the judges were telling me, Mr. Mondi, take us through the record of appeal. In brief summary, tell us what is in page 44. Why are you appealing against this judgment? What is your ground? And by then I keep what Mr. Mamu taught me, keep on bringing on my head. You have to fight to the death. Don't relent. The ship, there was a lot of turbulence on the sea, but you have to steer the ship to its final destination. So given that I did my ways, by that time I was, the opposing counsels were two counsels. That is, the senior advocates, that is my senior colleague, Mr. Charles Onyango. They were on the other side, and there were two against me, one. And I remember that this is a tall order, but I can make it. So that's the first time I get order against themselves. And Mr. Onyango told Mr. Mamu that we wish you are the one who came, not Mr. Mondi. Because we underrated him and he has failed us in this case. That was my first case that I won in the Court of Appeal. So from that point, I knew that I was going places, and I kept on working. Mr. Mwamu is a person that if you come from court and you are successful, he will congratulate you. That one boosts your ego, and you say that I must keep on going. If you lose, he says, you are not the person who has lost, it's the client. What we can do is that we can just file a notice of appeal. It reminded me about one of the magazines of Equity. EB the medium, it's a Latin magazine, stating that equity won't go around without remedy. Where there's a wrong, there must be remedy. So even if you lose in the lower court, you have to go to the higher court. You must appeal. So I've been, it has been the mantra that has been guiding me through all my days as Mr. Mondi T. And I have two fathers. Mr. Jasmine Mondi is my biological father, but Mr. Mwamu has been my father in the legal arena. And I really appreciate him. He has given me encouragement, and he has made me to be a very consummate, serious advocate in this town. And I believe, just like one of the speakers, Mr. Amos, had indicated, that he's a very smart man. He's a visionary leader. He's like Alexander the Great. He has seen that after some time he will be getting out of the arena. So whatever he's doing today is not even getting a new law firm or a new outfit. This is a succession plan. And I believe he has a lot of political interest. And I believe within time, his victory was just postponed. I believe we'll make it in the future. So as we speak now, we have a powerful team consisting of 5 advocates. That is Mr. Mwamu, who is at the steering wheel. I myself, Mr. Teddy Omondi. We have one of the powerful advocates also, Yvonne Ogola, Medelina Machuka, and one of the last born, we call the last born in the farm, very tough, and he has a lot of legal tenacity. That is Miss Beverly Nyakwana. So I believe with this team, we will reciprocate that the confidence that Mr. Mwamu has given us. We will steer the farm to the next destination. I really appreciate this day, and it's not unveiling a new outfit, but we want to expand our next frontier. We don't want to sleep under our laurels, that our practice is only based here in Kisumu and maybe Nairobi. We want maybe in future can even be sent to the International Criminal Court to represent the war crimes that are now happening in Ukraine. We want in future even somebody like Yakwana is sent even to South Africa, even to solve issues or under intellectual laws. So that is what now we want as a firm. We want to expand our frontier. We don't want to sleep under laurels. We don't want to be a hand-to-mouth law firm. So many firms are hand-to-mouth, just going to court every day, Kisumu and everything. We want to have an international outlook. That is where we want to go as a firm. Secondly, I had to introduce, before I pen off, I wanted to introduce our legal team. I will call them just to come and stand, both the legal team and also the office as a whole. I will call them in front here to come and stand in order for us to see them. Kindly, if you belong to Mwamu and Company Advocates, because we have not unveiled the new outfit, come in front here and I will maybe introduce you and tell our guest what is your cadre in the firm. If I state your name, just wave your hands to the congregation, to our guests, and introduce you from the topmost. James Agri Mwamu is the managing partner of the firm. He's the driver of this vehicle, because a vehicle must be complete.
With the steering wheel.
There must be a steering wheel, there must be tires, there must be windscreen. And for every part of this vehicle to move seamlessly, it must be well oiled. And I've just recognized Mr. Mom as the driver of the farm. Then the head of litigation is myself, Mr. Omondi Teddy. We also have Yvonne Ogola. She's the senior associate, head of legal assistance, affairs, and head of mediation. If you have any problem that you don't want to, if you are not fit to face the rigors of trial, we have a team who are very well conversant with the mediation process, and Yvonne Ogola is very handy at that place. Mediation generally, nobody goes home empty-handed. Just like Equity says that whoever seeks solace in the arms of Equity will never go home heartbroken. So if you go into this table of mediation, then you can have your share. But through the adversarial system, that where there's a loser and a winner, then somebody must go home in tears. Secondly, I also want to recognize Merilena Machuka. She's the one in charge of client care and communication. I believe if you come to the office, some of our bosses are very rough. Like you say, Mr. Mwamu, yesterday was litigating in another court, and another witness was answering in the second court. So his voice, we have a voice in the office who will welcome you, who will ask you your problems, who will note down every issue that you have, and will try and help you. We also have Beverly Akinyi Nyakwana. She's the one of, she's in charge of drafting, filing, and billing. Just like in any, after case, costas will follow events. So the office must run, and we must get finances. She's the one who's in charge of that area, and she's good at that. We also have now the head of registry. He's a very tough man, well-built. From the group you can see him. He has a very neat suit. It's called Elijah Ogutu. Maybe you can wave to the ground, if anything is not going well with the registry, even banks take over there. And Mr. Aura can say, the person who is in charge of court can say that every order, if order is delaying, and with this body is very intimidating, orders are granted immediately. We also have Evans Otieno. He's the head of communication. He's very tireless. He can work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in court, dispatching letters. He helps us in issues of accounting. Generally, he's called office administrator. Without him, I believe even payment, salaries cannot be paid in time. He's the person who is very ensure that checks are cashed on time and making due follow-up. That is Evans Omundi. We also have our IT guru. With the advent of the virtual litigation, now the world has moved. I believe the coming of Corona, things have really changed. And I believe those people are getting in trouble is that those people have not embraced technology. Especially the senior most top lawyers who believed in hard copies, the physical court appearance. They're really finding it tough. But given that now we have somebody who's very well conversant in that area of information technology, that is John Kennedy Alano, we have had seamless court sessions. Nowadays, you can even do your matters when you have been to. Just put on a suit, and even you have seen some lawyers in virtual sessions. Some of them are having even boxers. Yes, sometimes they forget and they put all the videos, and you find that on top is wearing a suit, and at the bottom is not even wearing the proper trousers. They are wearing shorts. So that is the advent of what we call now the virtual court proceedings. So he has really made sure that all the computers in the office are up to date. All the links are available to the advocates. And if there's any mishap in the virtual platform, it comes and we appreciate him with that. Nowadays, generally, physical court is not active, but it's virtual. Without him, the office cannot run. We also have the office driver. That is Brian Uchenga Uko. Is the person who makes sure that all logistic issues, as far as office travelings, if you are going to far off courts, it offers us around. And that has been really bringing positive results. Apart from that, we also have a very strong team of legal assistants. That is Wendy. Wendy, can wave, the crowd. We have Sharon, Aroni. We have Angela. These are legal assistants, and I believe 2 of them have already been admitted. They have already finished the exams, and I believe what is still remaining is admission. In my eyes, I believe that the already advocate, the first time Mr. Momu sent me to a far off court, he told me, Mr. Mondi, now, though you don't have a practice certificate, you are not been admitted. You just stand up and face the magistrate. With the confidence that I had, he looked at my credential in the Law Society website, and he told me that, Mr. Moody, you have not been admitted. Why are you releasing the court? I told the judge, I'm just 2 days from admission. And I told him that, given that both of us had attended the law school, equity treats ought to be done as done. Equity treats ought not what ought to be done as done. I'm already an advocate. What's still remaining is only to wear the gown. He told me that, Mr. Modi, proceed. And that was the first time I placed the court when I had not been admitted. We also have Mr. Doreen Awono. Nowadays, they're not called sectionist or secretary, but she has a very powerful name now. She's called Public Relations Manager. That is her credentials, and she's also in charge of communications. Thank you very much. That is our team, and we are a very large team. Angela is also one of the legal assistants. I already stated her name earlier. This is our team. If you have a problem, if you come to the office, you will get great assistance from this powerful team and very dedicated team. That's all. Before we pen off, I believe when Napoleon was now retiring from his battle after he had fought so many civil wars, the Napoleonic Wars of 1814, he had to recognize the soldiers that were fighting with him that war. And I believe this is a group that without them, we could not have seen this day, all this farm would not have moved. These are the grease of the farm. A vehicle has many parts, but it needs oiling. For the parts to work seamlessly, there must be oiling of the parts. And we'll be recognizing a group of people who have really stood with us, and we'll be issuing them with some certificates.
Okay. We'll be calling out the names, please, and then quickly just come forward and receive this certificate. So we have people who have worked with Moamo before. People some of them are suppliers, clients that have been with us for a long time. So just be calling the names, and then you come forward, or you pick on behalf of the people you know, or who are not maybe here. So the first one is Julius Raminya. Julius Raminya. Gordon Yamita. Julius, here. I'm going to ask Ogai to come forward and help us give out some of this. So I'll be calling some of the guests to help with the awarding. Ogai, please come forward and help us with some of the awarding. From down here, it's okay? Oh, here. I want to capture this. So, here. Edgar, hello? They already sealed, so I really don't think you need to open it. From the envelope, it's the same thing, so unless... I think that is the only one we will do all that decoration of handshakes. The rest we'll just hand over because of time. Yeah. So, Photoman, you'll excuse us. Yeah. Godon Yamita. Thank you very much, sir, for associating with us.
Congratulations.
Zedekiah Oguk. Edgar Lo, please be ready.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Dan Otigo. Next is Godric Okelo after Dan. Godric. Then Stephen Odumbe. Polo Chien. Polo Chien here. Cosmas Owili. James Mukabi. Who is that? Edgar Ayo. Jafet Onyango. Joshua Onyango. Kameli Noendi. Amos Osango. Thomas Nyawadi. Geoffrey Awonda. Daniel Gesa. Pamela Omolo. Joyce Mwalo. Joyce Mwalo is also coming. Tomadiso. Mr. Tomadiso. Salina Duar. Vera Onsomo. Is Steve Odumbe here? Yeah, please come forward, sir. Stephen Odumbe. The others are not here as at now. Thank you very much, Ogai. That marks the end of certificate awarding. So now I'm going to ask Mr. T to still come here. I'm not done with you, sir. It is you to welcome your senior partner to come forward and now address us. Then he will invite the guest of honor. Yes.
I want to take this opportunity and great honor to invite my senior colleague, my father in the legal profession, Mr. James Agri Mwamu, to come and address the guests.
Oh, that is the clap you give after you've been punished. You don't clap like that before you are punished. You know, when you were in school, you clap for top 10 while you are bottom 10. Eh? You clap with the wrong boom. This one you'll have to clap properly. So give me a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Pasha Moto. The reason why we are here today.
Pasha Moto. Ongeza kuni. Nyesha kidogo, nyesha kidogo, nyesha kidogo. Maua, 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 maua. Moja, mbili, tatu. Karibu. Fungua. Funga.
Thank you. Master of Ceremonies. Thank you very much. Our clients, my colleagues, friends who have come to be with us today. It is a wonderful afternoon. I didn't know that it is going to turn out like this. Actually, we registered this company in 2020, but we were supposed to launch it in 2021, but we did not because I went into politics. So we didn't have time to sit down and launch this farm. But first, I want to thank God for giving us the opportunity to do it. In fact, when we first conceived this farm, I think we were with Ted Omondi, then there was Salin Adwad. In fact, the A is supposed to refer to Adwad, but she resigned halfway, and I think went to look for greener pastures. But we continued, and I think somebody has taken over that place for Salin. When I opened this company in 1997, December, again, moving away from the company where we were the Dikanyol, there was Justice Otieno, there was Justice Okongo. I think I and Mr. Anyula the ones, then there was Anyula the ones who have been left out here. Anna Duera is now a judge, Justice Otieno is a judge, Okongo is a judge. And I think most of us, most of our group have become judges. And the other day somebody was asking me, you know, the two chief justices have asked me whenever the application for Court of Appeal comes is, are you applying? I said, no, I don't feel I am ready yet. You see, sometimes I've been a noisemaker. And if I go to the bench, they will not allow me to criticize the government. So I don't want to be tied. So that's why I've stayed out here for some time. Maybe when the time comes, I will cross the other side. But in 1997, December, that is when we started this farm. I remember that was 20-something. I think it's about 3 days, 2 days to that particular day. My boss had promised me partnership for 5 years. He says, no, it's coming. So after 5 years, I had worked with him for 5 years. I felt now it's time. In fact, it was from that experience that I learned that you don't let go of a brilliant advocate, you know, who can quote Greek, who can quote Latin. You don't let go of good people. So after that, I think when we opened the farm, it was a 10 by 10 in Zara house. My father had come to visit me, so my then boss convinced him to come and talk to me, to come back. He says, we can't lose him. Because, you know, he's been working very hard. I'd taken over our Suna's office. Now I was a partner in name. So my father came, he looked for me in town, he says, oh, I've been sent. But when they found the office, the desk, he told me now what I'm going to do, I'm not going back there. I am just going home. Because he thought the picture he was given that I'm a man who was suffering, you know, I should go back. So, but I said, no, I'll just start. I don't know when we started, I will read newspapers from morning to evening. You know, I'm sure the young lawyers know what I'm talking about. Read newspapers morning to evening. Sometimes if there's mandazi and there's a lady who used to cook mandazi, and sometimes they'll send mandazi and with some water. You know, we move on like that. Month passed, 2 months passed, I started getting clients. Then I appointed Pamela Molo, who was the senior secretary at my boss's office. Where is Pamela? Yes, Pamela Molo in 97. And that brought a big war. You know, this young man now, he has left, but he has also taken away my people. So Pamela started, but before Pamela came, there used to be an old man called Sudi Olola. Sudi Olola used to work with J.B. Awala. J.B. Awala passed on many years ago. So Sudi will type, you know, he will sit in the next office where I'd actually been subletted by Bishop Okulu. Bishop Okulu had known my father, so when my father told him I was thinking of opening an office, he gave him a 10 by 10 room in Zara house, because he used to have a big office. So Studio Lola used to type typewriter, you know, just a typewriter. Those days, nobody, even the electric typewriter had not come. We were using the manual one. And Pamela was very good in typing those letters. Then after that, of course, I moved to, now it is called Center Court. That time it was Giroba. I think Mr. Newell is the one who is still representing us there. We have all left. Then after that, we moved to Kenya, I think after about 6 years. Then after that, we moved to where we are. The journey has not been without pain. There's been a lot of stress, sometimes a lot of losses. Sometimes you go to court and they lose cases. You know, losing, like Omodi painted a very rosy picture that when you go to court you win. Sometimes we lose, you know, and when you lose, you still have to ask your advocate, your client to pay because you worked. There's another time I told a client that, you know, we have now finished the case. You know, pay us the remaining balance so that our books are balanced. He says, which remaining balance? You didn't win the case. I said, but I've worked. And you know, that is something that ordinary people don't understand. They understand that the meaning of you representing him is that the case must have a positive impact. So the advocate's work is labor, and is calculated and is statutory. So it's been a long time. It's been a long journey. And how we started with Ted. I met his father in Mombasa. I'd gone there for the Law Society conference. And he told me I have a young man, you know, who is from Moi. That was in 2012. He was then not even, he's not gone to school. He was in Moi, I think it was his second year or first year. Fourth year, yes. But what I admired about him was his writing of submissions. You know, one day he wrote submissions and the top of submissions was Proglomena. So I called him and asked him, what is this? So he explained to me, you know, Proglomena is an introduction in legal terms. So that the following day I went with the submissions and appeared before, I don't know whether it was Justice Ganyaru, but a judge. So the judge waited until everybody had gone out of the chambers and asked me, so Momu, come, I saw your submissions, but there's something on top.
What is this? So I was very confident, because I explained to him, this is a term in Latin, this is what it means. And he thanked me very much. He didn't know that I'd also borrowed that from Ted. So, when I saw the kind of fire and the kind of dedication he had, I said, I think this man will go far. So, but then I asked Mr. Mondi, but your heights are different. You are tall, and when he says, oh, there's a great grandfather of mine called Nyanjo. I think that's why you should not name children. Who was the height of 10. So I said, okay, but you should have not named him Nyanjo. But so even when I fly, I go out, they will take fort. They will take care of the office. There was another day, I think that time it was Onyango Jamsumba, who was then in my office. So I'd gone before a judge, and the judge says that where is evidence that Mr. Momu is in Burundi? So obviously you can't have evidence that I'm in Burundi. I had to address the judge over phone. They put him on the loudspeaker, but she could hear people speaking in French. So I said, Your Ladyship, can I apply for an adjournment? Now that you've refused to give Mr. Nyango an adjournment. But they have been steadfast. When I'm with the Law Society, traveling a lot, doing all, but they've been there, holding fort. Even when Selin Adwar was with us, they will work and make sure that the office is stable. And I want to thank these young people for the effort and the focus and the dedication that they give to my farm. That is why we have been here. That is why we have reached where we are. And I usually tell them that, young lawyers, senior lawyers are not your enemy. We are not fighting. We are not struggling over anything. Ours, like you can see, and I think my brother captured it well, I am basically transitioning out. Like Mr. Mondi have been around for now 25 years. I am not seeing myself in the next 7 to 10 years still going to court, appearing before magistrates, and I raising appeal, this application is badly done, should be dismissed, Your Honor. Now other people should be taking over. And I think that is what it is, so that even when I am gone, they can continue with the running of LLP. And I told them that don't go and open, my son Steve Udumbe took off from me. I hope one day he'll come and join this group. But don't go and open an office when you can combine with others and create more. Stick together and work. The type of practice that now is going on does not suit old advocates like Mr. Mondi, who has retired. I think when he saw the virtual coming, he just retired immediately because he was a man who was used to hard copies. I remember one time we went to a seminar with a judge, with the Court of Appeal judges who were drafting rules. Then Justice Odunga removed his laptop. He says, my lords, you can record this thing in the laptop. They told him, what are you talking about, young man? Because those judges were old, most of them are now retired, because they are used to taking hard notes. They say, you put that laptop aside. You write for us this thing so that we understand what it is. But that time is gone. The technological world has changed. The other day when I was teaching us how communication has brought the world faster. And they say the first thing for any serious office is that you must embrace communication. Communication that is consistent, it is considerate, it is compassionate, so that when you are writing a letter, and I used to write tough letters, I think I've changed, Dick sometimes writes to me in Kijaluo, says, Ulije Puen. Richard Omsongo also sometimes writes to me in Kijaluo. But communication is the most important thing. Communication, and I keep on fighting with Ted. Apparently when he goes over the weekend, he closes off his phones. So clients who he handled, calls me and says, we can't reach Mr. Moria. So I was telling him, the first thing is communication. Even telling a client that I'm still very busy, because they could call you when you are in a room where you are not going to pick a call, but you can call them back and tell them that please, I am calling you back. That is very, very extremely important. And I agree with you, Jasper, when you told him that now there's an extra responsibility. And he promised me that in terms of communication, it's going to improve. And I know when you convene your duel at home, like an old lawyer, you're not just going to talk about choppers and marriage, but you're also going to talk about these other issues. And I'm sure that he's going to do well. He's a brilliant man. And these other young, in fact, these things, they're the ones who came with me. I told them, I think about the month of August, that we need to launch a new law firm. They've been having meetings. They say this idea we have, somebody says we need to have a cake, another one says we need to have a this. So mine is like the chief finance officer. This is the budget. Of course, sometimes I reduce it because when I realize that I do billing also. When I realize it has been excessive a bit, I cut down. But that is what I've been doing. But I think they have done well, and I appreciate. Legal profession requires focus. It requires consistency, and it does not appreciate people who run. If you are a runner in the legal profession, you are going to beat a rock. There is this thing in TikTok says, "What if I don't run?" I think it should be applied to the legal profession. The people whom we started with who are running, some are either in jail, some are out of practice, and some are dead because they were running. And I will ask my junior colleagues, the profession is not for runners. If you see Jasper is retiring with the 3 choppers, it did not start yesterday. Me, I walked. I remember one time I was going to Kisii. Justice Obija had sent me to go and represent him in a case in Kisii. And next to Kibuye, it had rained. I am carrying a file. I want to go and board Japan's boy at 5:30 so that I go and sleep in Sakawa. I don't know whether that hotel is still there. Sakawa, and wake up in the morning and go to the court. Then a guy just came, splashed water all over me, having a suit with the fires. So my thinking was, do I go to the house and change and then proceed to Kisii? But it is 5:30. I don't know, those days after 5:30, Dick, that you don't get a trip to Kisii. They will, of course, they will take you, then they will abandon you in the Ruga, or they will abandon you somewhere in the Yukis. So, and you may not get a vehicle. So I decided now, I will just go the way I am. Because the people who are boarding the vehicle are also Mawambogas who are selling bogas, so they understood that somebody must have splashed water on me. So I went, removed my coat, gave it to one of the hotels, asked where there were laundry services, then they gave me an iron box. In the morning, you wouldn't know that I had been splashed water on. But I almost cursed that guy. I was saying, how can this guy do it? When I get up, I get my vehicle. I will also do this, but when I got my vehicle, I felt the pain of what it means to be splashed water. So we have come from far. We've slept on 10 by 10 rooms. We've walked for a long time. I owned my vehicle after practicing for 7 years. And I was okay, I didn't feel that I was now out of place. It is a journey of consistency, a journey of hard work, a journey of focus. And above all, I must say that one must trust God. There is this song that we usually sing in church, "Great is thy faithfulness." There are times that I've gone out of way, done things that I should have not done. But when I come back to God, He is still there. You think that is run away. So it is the faithfulness of God that sometimes keeps us and makes us strong. Even when we are losing hope, even when things are tough, even when things are not going the way that they should go. And the other thing that I want to say is that if you are going far, and now I want to talk to my colleagues in the office, then you must also respect your colleagues. Whether they are young, whether they are old, whether you like them. In fact, there is nothing in the law that you must like anybody. But there is a reasonable expectation that you should respect everybody. I mean, the people that you work with, whether they are court clerks. In fact, sometimes why I'm a friend of the court clerks, because I respect them. I respect the office. Because you know, without a court clerk, those days, you can't move. They will say, this is Mwamu's matter. It will never get listed. And if it is not listed, you will get a date 2-3 years. So you have to be friends with them. You have to smile to Ahura and say, how are you? You know, you woken up well. He says, Kira, I've woken up well, but I'm hungry. I also remind them that government pays you and I pay taxes on the government. So, but in that kind of exchange, you develop a rapport because it is that respect that you have. Even the secretaries, you know, the people who do the donkey work, even the people who, these people who clean offices, that is an office. And everybody in an organization is important. The first lady who started the clinic, I don't know whether Joyce is here. Joyce Mwalo. Yes. Joyce Mwalo. But she used to be very rough. But she changed along the way. Can you see Pamela is laughing? So one day I found a client who was making a lot of noise outside the office. And he was saying, you know, this is very bad. So I'm asking, what is happening? He says, your lady has just poured water. You know? I don't know how she had woken up, she just poured water on the lens of that man. So when I asked him, he says, no, the man was looking at me badly. I said, but you don't have to pour water. You know, ladies, you don't have to pour water. But you know, by and by, you know, she helped us run the office. And her and Pamela, I think, were the first people who actually built the organization. And I appreciate you and I thank you for the work that you did at that particular time. We have people who are called process servants. You know, without them, you know, there are clients who say, so I'm going to take this thing to an assistant chief. And I usually tell them, if you take to an assistant chief, and the judge is not to ask for a return of service, you know you are the return of service. So we have people like Raminya, Julius. Julius, are you there? Amos Osango? Yes. Yes. Julius has been serving for us. We were with him at Ubija. That he's been doing process serving for all these years. We want to thank you for the work that you have done. And for the clients who have sustained us. You know, there are times when you do not know whether you are on the 26th. And sometimes you do not, you know what I'm talking about. And you know the people you employ, the law is that you must pay them and pay them in time. If somebody is not doing that, that is against the act. Because the law says that, even the Bible says, the worker must be done what? Must be given his pay. So, most of us businessmen, we are not so worried about what I'm going to eat. What I'm going to eat I can afford. But what I'm worried about is what are these people going to have at the end of the day? Because economy is very tough. You can imagine if we are the ones who are feeling it. You can imagine when it reaches 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th, how the other people are finding it rough. Some of us are landlords, you know, and these people are also tenants in some places. You know, those who are landlords sometimes don't understand that the salaries are delayed at there was a colleague of mine who overstayed with the rent. There used to be an old man, I think now he's dead. He just came and removed the roof. You don't have those landlords anymore. Now, I hope you're not doing that. Or they lock the door, you know. You just go there in the evening with files. The door is locked. And you are going to court tomorrow, your clothes are inside. What do you do? So, those are the kind of things that I think about. That scenario, you know, if you delay, this thing does become what is likely to happen to the other person. So that has helped us, you know. And the other thing that has helped us, if there is an issue, I call all of them. I tell them we have this particular problem. What do we do? And sometimes I'm surprised that the most brilliant idea comes from Doreen, who says, Sabi, I think we should do it this way. Or it comes from Nyakwana, or it comes from the driver who is outside driving. You know, he says, I think we should approach this thing. That is how I realized that everybody is important. And you, as a chairman or as a leader, you can't do everything. You have to rely on people to move you from point 1 to point 2 or to point A to point B. Finally, my colleagues who are here, I know there are others who we called, they may have not come because today is a working day. But I want to thank you very much for coming. We treat you as friends, we treat you as people who have worked with us. And I also want to thank, I saw my sisters, they are walked out. They came, oh, yeah, I can see Christabel, thank you for coming. I can see Pamela, and they are there with their spouses. Thank you, Charles, for coming. And I also want to thank, you know, there's a group, I can see Fiona. Fiona is Grace there. Ah, Grace, can you stand? Fiona, those are my chief campaigners of Law Society. They are well been with me, and I appreciate the journey that you have walked. Thank you very much for coming, and I appreciate you so much. Everybody who came, please, thank you. There are people who, you know, they are sometimes our carpenters, you know, like Geoffrey, who wonder if some of those abolitions are blocked. You have to call him in the morning. Where's Geoffrey? Thank you for the work that you're doing. Edgar, when power goes out, you know, we call him very quickly. Then we have Gordon, who repairs for us when the furniture is Gordon Yamita, thank you. And we have many others who just helped us, you know, moving things from point A to point B. I want to thank Brother Dominic and the Secretary of Baptist Church. Thank you for coming, and everybody else. I have seen my nominated MCA, Mr. Obaso. Thank you for coming. I know you have been having challenges, but you've made it to come, just like Dick. I want to thank you very much, those who are here. And with that, may I take this opportunity to call Mr. Israel Agena. Mr. Israel Agena is a man who I have known for some time. But he's one of the fellows, either in business or in politics, that you can rely on. You know, you cannot rely on the word of a politician, even the ones who is related to you. But you can depend on the word of Mr. Israel Agena. When they denied me, you know, I was a member of the Azimio team for the Western region, and he was my secretary. So when the certificate, I was denied the certificate, I asked Israel, what happened? I knew he had so many things to tell me, but you know, he's a man who also keeps secrets from his friends, the bigger ones, you know, the big fish. So he told me, James, I'll tell you later, but you know, I was not very happy about this. So he's been a director, he's been a chairman of Kiwasco. So when I was launching something like this, the idea of inviting a politician came to my mind, but I said, but this is a business venture. Why don't I call a man who has been in business and who understands business? And that is why we invited Mr. Israel again. Welcome, sir. And say one or two things before you launch more advocacy. Can we clap for Mr. Israel?
Can we stand? Can we all stand as we welcome the guest of honor? Can we all stand? Pasha moto, pasha moto, pasha moto. Moja! Pili! Tatu! Nne! Karibu sana.
I really don't know what I should say because first of all, James called me yesterday morning. I think it was after 5:30 in the morning. And when I called back, he told me that we were supposed to have this function today. And being a friend and being somebody I respect, I said, okay, I'll be there. And I'm very grateful that I have so many learned friends. I I also happen to come from a family of lawyers because Jasper is here. He's my brother-in-law. My elder brother, Joan Aguina, is a lawyer. And my daughter, Elizabeth Aguina, was today graduating for LLM. So, although they are not here, they are all with you. When you talk of companies growing, is a very important thing because my background is that we have a company in Nairobi called East Africa Spectrum Limited. It was started way back in 1973. And we have not closed shop yet. At one time we managed to invest in Kisumu, Spectre International, and there we had other partners. At some stage we disagreed, but also there were challenges of getting feedstock because the feedstock supplier decided to do the same business with us, and therefore a standalone plant was not going to be very profitable. When I go back to Spectre, East Africa Spectre, then it initially had very few people, and it eventually grew, and I bought in shares, and we have not parted ways ever since. Now, after that, we have grown from a small workshop somewhere in Kampala Street on Nairobi. Then we moved to Singeti Road, where we had our own workshop. Then we built a place on Mombasa Road, behind Canaris. And now we have built a bigger place in next to the container terminal in Nairobi, where we can do much more work. Spectre does produce LPG cylinders or liquid petroleum gas cylinders. And this is because as our master of ceremony say, Moni Chendo, there used to be cases where you would like women to go and fetch wood or fetch fuel for cooking, but now we thought that a gas cylinder would liberate them from that kind of unnecessary work, and now if men can go and buy gas, it doesn't have to be a lady. So now that Mamu has grown out of a single ownership into a bigger thing, he has invited other people, and I'm grateful that my nephew is going to be there, and all the rest of you. And as you said, sometimes as you run or you manage a corporation or a big organization, you don't understand why the smaller people should be respected. There are cases where you find that you have a gate and there's a gate man. So long as it's there, it's okay. But the day he's sick or is sacked and you don't have a replacement, you have to park, walk, and open that gate. And if you do it 3-4 times, you realize that that person needs to be there and it is work to be done. Imagine you don't have an office cleaner. Yeah? They're small people, but they are very, very useful because they are part of the wheel. You cannot turn it all alone. And I'm grateful that you are growing your business. We in Chamber of Commerce, our motto is come, we grow your business together. And this is something that you've done. So I think as you launch this new company, I hear that more LLP is a limited liability partnership. And as Jasper said, responsibility is with all the partners. No single person will take the responsibility alone. So I urge the partners to work very closely because in most professions, be it medicine, engineering, legal, you find that the younger persons come in and once they think they can get 2 or 3 customers, they want to move out and try to grow their own. some succeed, but some fail. So as James has said, try to stick together as much as you can. And I'm sure that this company will grow because Geoffrey Ogo is here. He's one of my lawyers. And the team I had, who are his clients, had thought that Kisumu lawyers are no good. And we asked ourselves why. Then we realized that initially, those old days, most of them were going to do their initial pupillage, more or less in one place. So if you took somebody like, if you have somebody like Wasuna, and then you get a lawyer to defend you against that Wasuna, in most cases you'll find that that lawyer had worked in Wasuna's office. And that became a problem. So we tried to get lawyers from Nairobi and so on, but eventually we settled on those who are here, and this is going to improve professionalism because as a lawyer, whether you worked in my firm, when there's a client's case, you have to defend that client according to the law and your search. So I believe that people will have more confidence in the legal fraternity in Kisumu, and Kisumu, as you know, is the center of Western Kenya. I know that we operate up to Migori, Busia, and even Nairobi. So I wish you all the best in the new venture of more LLP. Now
Thank you very much, sir. I will humbly request that you stay put where you are. So at this point, I will ask the partners to come forward. My IT team, please be ready. I want the MOA LLP team here on stage. On stage, sir. Mr. T, on stage. Where is one? Oh, she's busy getting the cake. So this will be a very brief ceremony. Guest of honor, sir, we are morphing from where I work. We call it Pekeako production, where you are the actor, the director, the producer, the writer, and including the audience, to a partnership, a corporate outlook. Yes. So we are moving away from that to a bigger picture. We are moving to a new phase where we are embracing technology, we are embracing the new order of doing things, we are embracing young people. I'm sure in the olden days, young advocates like these ones would never stand next to a senior person like this. So we are now into the new. We are witnessing today the unveiling of a new face, a new attitude, a new way of doing things in this corporate body. We are not just going to be lawyers representing cases, but representing human beings to get justice. We are not going to be representing numbers, but we're going to be representing impact. As you can read from here, our rallying call is we care, we prepare, and we win. We do not talk of loss. Even if the case is lost, to us it is not lost, it is just a postponed win. We have a new opportunity to take it to maybe a higher court. Right? So, are we ready? Are we also ready with the... Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, guests of honor, sir, partners, clients, friends, and family, we present to you the new face of Mwamu Advocates. This is a new face.
We prepare and we win. That is the new baby more.
In 1 minute, the partners will tell us their motivation for this, how they came up with their rally call. We care, we prepare, and we win, so that the clients who are here can now understand what we stand for. In 1 minute, Mr. T.
Most welcome. We came up with this outfit, and as you can see from the logo, we came up with this catchphrase: we care, we prepare, and we win. After liberation from both the advocates, and we realized that for our clients, they are also human beings, and we really have to take their interests at heart. And that's why we came out with the catchphrase that we care for them. Apart from that, before you go to court, and not only court, but any battle, you have to prepare. And preparation starts from the office. The first time the clients come to the office, we have to prepare for either victory or the case at large. So preparation involves drafting proper pleadings, and also getting proper instructions from client. If you don't get that, then you cannot carry the day in court. The catchphrase we win is that everybody loves victory. And as you know that success has many fathers, but failure is always an orphan. So that's why we really work very hard to make sure that our client wins in court. So victory is what we want as a firm. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now the next session will be the cutting of the cake. Now here I will ask the guest of honor, sir, the partners, we're still here. I'm going to ask one of our young advocates. Where is she, Vera? Vera, please honor us with your presence. I'll ask Mr. Nipul come to present the I will ask one of our clients who will also represent the clients. Any of our clients? Mr. Ayugi? Mr. Ayugi, sir? One of our own staff, Pamela. I heard of Pamela somewhere. Thank you. So this is the face of Emo Advocates LLP. So, a small technical issue with the candles. These are candles. So we need to light them. So just getting we already have it here. I will let Yvonne lead this session for cutting the cake. I'm sure you've had so many birthdays below, so you can lead us in this. This takes a few seconds. So once they are lit, the photos are taken, then we do the cutting, right? Yeah.
Just to thank you all for coming to be with us at this very special moment for more advocates. The cake is we're just welcoming you into the family. You know, when you go somewhere, when you find food there, you feel that yes, I'm at home. So this is the first food that you're going to have.
So Yvonne and your team, take over. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your service. Kindly, can I have Wendy, Sharon, and Angela here, please? Wendy, Sharon, and Angela. So we quickly have the cake, but as the cake is being cut, we, in appreciation, would like to thank our guest of honor for accepting to grace this occasion. We do not take it for granted. People are busy nowadays. So if you could get time to come, we do not take it for granted, sir. In that regard, we have a small token of appreciation for the guest of honor. So I will ask Honor James and Mr. T to come to the podium. Yes. To help us appreciate our guest. To help us appreciate our guest. Yeah.
take this opportunity to thank our guest of honor, Mr. Israel Agina, for taking time off his busy schedule and to grace our occasion today. We don't take it for granted. And for that reason, we have something special we would like to award you. And I would like Mr. Mwamu, the managing partner, and Mr. Moditi to assist me to award Mr. Agina. There's something special that we have for him today.
Wapi makofi, wapi makofi. Wapi makofi. Hey, clap like you're going to have lunch. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We appreciate you. You are a good friend. Now, I would like to, because of time also, and I've seen people are fidgeting, there's so many movements here and there. We're going to have Beverly Akinyi give votes of thanks. Then, this is the order of things. Beverly will give votes of thanks. Then after vote of thanks, we were going to have prayers from Reverend Tuguna, who will also pray for lunch. And then after that, we will serve our lunch, and then you will leave at your own pressure. Are we together? So, Beverly, karibu sana. Wapi makofi ya Beverly? When I have mentioned lunch, you should start getting excited.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Beverly Nyakwana. First of all, I'd like to say that I'm honored to be a part of this event. Special thanks goes to Mr. Mwamu for organizing this event. It has been a nice one. I know after this I'm going to have a very serious meal, which is something good. I'd equally like to thank Golden Entertainment for decorating the place with a lot of decorations. We are very grateful for taking your time to prepare this event. I would equally like to thank our very special guests for taking your time to attend to this event. I know some of you had other things to do, but you chose to be a part of us. And then I'd equally like to thank my fellow advocates for being here today. We invited you and you took your time to be here. I'd also like to thank my colleagues whom I work with. Thank you so much for participating in the organization of this event. The firm is very grateful. And then above all, I'd really like to thank God for each and everyone who is here, for each and every family that has been represented here. We don't take this for granted. We thank God for life, because if we weren't alive today, none of us would be here. So with that regard, I'm so grateful. And on behalf of MOA LLP, I'd like to thank all of you. And I actually do wish you a good day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Beverly. Now, I would like to invite Reverend to come and we thank God together, and also to pray for food as we finish up. Reverend Oguna. It seems Reverend is not here, so I will still resort to Reverend Awoth to come close for us. Okay. He's assigned someone else. Please don't go before you eat cake. There is plenty of cake for all of us. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. This is Reverend Christopher, and I'm here for only one duty, that is praying. And I want to ask you to stand up. And as we stand up to pray, I want to thank my brother Mwamu. Thank you very much for this occasion, and we wish you more success. God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, we thank you for this opportunity which you have given unto us to witness the launch of more. We wish them success as they represent clients in different matters, as they mediate and advise in different areas. Thank you for the managing director. Thank you for his assistants. Thank you for every activity which is ahead of them. For all those who have been here, thank you for the clients and the friends. God bless them. As we prepare to share a meal, bless the meal. For I pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend. The meal is a buffet, so we will be serving from that end to this other end. Tuko 5th floor, eh? So tusilete unyalenda. Sawa. Yeah, we'll be instructed. You will pick what you want to eat. The food is here for us. So karibuni sana. As I sign off, I want to say thank you very much for this opportunity. Kama kuna mahali tumeteleza utusamehe. Kama mahali tumeenda vizuri utangaze huko jina yetu vizuri. God bless you. Mbarikiwe mpaka mvibrate. DJ.
Anasema
Sanga mimi cinematographers kukula kwa event and delete.
Watu walilia di photo. That's the one.
Umetoa mic? Umetoa mic? Umetoa mic? So mimi ngoja tumesema zote zinasikika hapo, ni bure kabisa. Cheki, zima bana nyonga. Zima tu.